episode of Asexualise My Asexual Life. This is a place to be for education about asexuality, all things asexual, and I share my own asexual life journey in order to help you in yours. So if you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please hit the great big subscribe button down below. Please hit that bell icon to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as we go along if you're liking the content. So I had an awesome International Celebrate Being Single Day. As you know, I had a great time out with my friend last night and life is really good. So what are the benefits of being an asexual hyperromantic? Now, I've talked in previous episodes about how hard it is to be a hyperromantic, the struggles that go with being a hyperromantic, such as the fact you feel romance for a lot of your close friends. In my case, I don't experience any platonic attraction, so people are either my mates or my close friends I do have some romantic notion for, usually. Not all of them, but usually. And so it can make life very difficult because, you know, my sort of really close friends I can be picturing in romantic situations like, could that happen? Couldn't that happen? That type of thing. So it really gets me analysing a lot of things. However, there are benefits to being a hyperromantic. One of the huge benefits to being a hyperromantic is you get used to people not reciprocating romantic feelings towards you. So whereas a lot of people who aren't so romantic as me and not romantic over a lot of people, if anyone comes into their life that they feel romance for, on the rare occasion, for example, they are more likely to get hurt if those feelings aren't reciprocated. Because I'm so used to my feelings of romance not being reciprocated by the other person, it kind of makes me a really tough, strong person in that way. It doesn't mean to say I can't get hurt or upset still, but overall, I feel now I've got to the stage where I accept my hyperromanticism about myself, where I learn to live with it more. You know, I've come to the stage where, you know, I kind of think it makes me really strong in that way. Because, you know, I can have romantic feelings for lots of different people. And the fact they don't reciprocate them is okay. It's quite normal in my life. In fact, if someone reciprocated it, I think I'd freak out a bit now. I'd be like, what? You like me back in that way? Oh my God, what do I do now? Type thing. But just because someone likes you back, so say someone did reciprocate their feelings for me, it doesn't mean to say it's right for us to be in a relationship together, because romance doesn't make a relationship right unless the relationship's right in the first place, if you know what I mean. It's like the icing on the cake. So unless you have compatible needs, wants, likes and dislikes, you still can't have a relationship together unless you want one that's going to be rocky or make other people, you know, each other unhappy, which is what you don't want. So, you know, even if I have feelings for some of my friends and I picture them in scenarios, maybe it could work, maybe not. Usually with my analytical brain, I'm able to work out, well, actually, it wouldn't. And so being a hyperromantic who, excuse the train because I live near a train station, being a hyperromantic who is oh so analytical has its huge advantage that you're able to try and work out if you were in a romantic relationship with them, whether it would work or not before you actually get with them or potentially get with them or before you even know they like you or not. Really good. It's very insightful because it, you know, it gives you really good idea of whether, sorry, I've got someone messaging me, I don't even know who they are. So it's very important that, you know, that you can, sorry, someone's really spamming me on my messenger by the look of it. And that is coming over my feed on here. I do apologise for that. So what was I saying? Yeah, I was saying it's really good because I can put myself in case scenarios of romantic situations with my friends just to see if it possibly would work, and I can kind of play that out in my head and then I can see where it wouldn't work. So it kind of protects you that bit. It makes you have greater insight into people that don't think that way. So that's another benefit. One of the huge benefits as well is if you can picture yourself in some sort of romantic relationship one way or the other. Like, you can picture yourself in a romantic situation maybe with them, not necessarily a relationship, then you can see the good qualities in them, the things that other people would like in them in a relationship. You are able to give that feedback to them and be genuine about it. So, you know, a lot of friends, they go, oh yeah, well, you're a really nice person. That's great if they really believe that, you know. But with me, if I say to someone, oh, I can see why someone would like you in a relationship, I can see why you'd be good to be in a relationship with because this, that and the other, it's because I've analysed that type of thing and I like those particular qualities about a person, which is why I'm romantically attracted to them, I guess, in a certain extent, because of their personality. Like, I can, like, years ago, romance and asexual attraction always went together for me. Since I know I'm asexual, I can separate the two, so I can have some romantic notion feelings for my friends while still not being aesthetically attracted to them, which obviously helps me because I know that I can't be in a relationship with someone I'm not aesthetically attracted to. It can also prove problematic if you do like the person, they like you back. But seeing as I haven't had any of my friends that actually like you back in that way, it doesn't really pose a problem. So, you know, so because if I'm not aesthetically attracted to someone, I can't kiss them, I have kissing needs, so they couldn't satisfy my needs in that way because I couldn't do that with them. And I couldn't be intimate with someone that I wasn't aesthetically attracted to. But it's kind of nice that I can separate all these different attractions because it helps me to make informed choices now where I would be right for that person or them right for me. And like I said, this is another benefit of being a hyper-romantic, is you can kind of play out in your mind whether or not a relationship would work out with that person. Even despite the fact you've got feelings of romance, it doesn't mean to say you'd be compatible in a relationship. And I'm able to play that out in my head. And I'm able to see the differences between what I could help them with and satisfy them with and what I couldn't. If I can't satisfy a guy's needs, now I'm not talking about being a slave in the kitchen. If a guy wants me to do housework for him, he's out the door. I'm not interested. I'd rather stay single, right? I'm not interested in doing housework, cooking, cleaning, or anything like that for a guy. I don't want to live with a guy. I had a guy on ASAP, British guy. You know I'm not really into British guys anyway. And I said about coming, hi Heather, I said about coming to a meet up, and he was like, he's interested, but he was really interested in me because he got into a talk very quickly about me living with someone. Like, he wanted to live with someone. I was trying to tell him to come to a meetup because you can meet different people, but I said there's not usually many women that go, it's mostly guys. But he seemed hell-bent on basically indirectly asking me, like, why wouldn't you want to live with someone, you know? I mean, he did ask me that in the end, but it wasn't like him and me, it was just like general. But I knew what he was getting at, and because ever since I said no, I can't do that, I don't want to live with anyone, he doesn't speak to me anymore. And so it's not really the meetup that he was interested in coming to, it's specifically me. And so, you know, I can't do something like that. I don't want to live with someone. If I lived with someone, it would probably most likely be a foreign guy or someone that I'd known as a friend for like a very, very long time who I did want a relationship with. Do you know what I mean? It's, yeah, it's not someone I just met off ASAP who I don't even know. Do you know what I mean? It's crikey. But I like living on my own. I really love my independence. So yeah, being a hyper-romantic as well, you can get used to rejection as well. Because like I said in the beginning of this video, often your feelings aren't reciprocated. You get used to that. So whereas other people aren't used to that, because they don't feel this romantic notion all the time, or feelings. They don't feel lots of feelings for other people. Sometimes it's really rare. I'm not saying everyone's like this. Some people do experience a lot of romantic attraction. But for me as a hyper-romantic, I'm used to being rejected, you know. If someone's not interested in me, it's kind of something I get all the time. It's just like, okay, there goes another one. Bye-bye. They're obviously not suitable for me. And so, you know, you do get used to it. I kind of like really get used to my lifestyle now, you know. And I think, you know, once you admit to yourself you're hyper-romantic and you don't try and go away from it, you kind of come more to a peace within yourself that you are the way you are. There's nothing you can do about it in terms of, you can't really completely stop it. I guess I could really maybe try and force myself to stop it with a lot of mind conditioning. But what I do is I use a lot of mind techniques to actually calm it down, control it or manage it. So I do, you know, I've got a lot better at managing my hyper-romanticism than I did in the past. And I got to the stage now where I can be friends with some of my close friends without actually feeling horrible and upset that they don't like me back romantically, because I can do that, but not with all friends. I still can't do that with all friends. For some friends, I have to cut off for a while because it's too upsetting for me. But, you know, you get to know yourself better as well. You know, as a hyper romantic, you get to know yourself better. You get to know what, you know, and you have to look after, oh, thanks for the thumbs up, appreciate that. You have to learn how to look after yourself better as well in emotional situations with people. It's like, I want a foreign guy, right, for a relationship, but I'm not doing a long distance relationship. It's as simple as a guy's either got to come over here to the UK and have permanent residency, already be over here. If he's not that, then I'm sorry, I'm not interested. Even though it doesn't matter if I like him romantically, I need my needs, you know, here met. Physically, kissing needs, you know, and to talk to and go out on dates and spend time with, you know. If I'm spending time with my best friends, and these are guys that are my friends, they're not romantic relationships, then I expect nothing less of a guy. I don't want to have a online relationship with a guy I barely even know, doesn't even show me his picture, doesn't even Skype date me, that I don't even see him, or someone who thinks that I'm going to be satisfied with a relationship like that. No, I want realness. I want someone here to cuddle me, to stroke my hair, to kiss me in a romantic relationship. Otherwise, I may as well just stay single. I'm actually really happy being single. As a hyper-romantic, I do find it awkward if I'm in a relationship, because if I'm having feelings for other people, I really feel I shouldn't be. But the sad or reality of the matter is that I don't think that'll ever totally stop. I don't think I'll ever stop having feelings for my friends or people I'm close to, romantic-wise. And that upsets me because I kind of feel like I shouldn't be doing that. Like it's wrong. I feel a bit guilty about it. But I've really got to work on myself not feeling guilty in that, because I can't help the way I am. I think it'd be less because I'd be focusing a lot more on the one person in a romantic relationship. So I wouldn't have as many feelings for my friends. But I've got to remind myself, don't beat yourself up, Sandra, if you get in a relationship with someone and you do have feelings for other people, because you can't help it. You're a hyper romantic. It's not like you want to have that. You see, that's the difference between me and someone who likes liking a lot of people. I don't want to be like that, but it's something I have to accept that I am, because I don't experience any platonic attraction whatsoever, diddly squat. So it either jumps from just being my mate, which to me is like a distant mate, like maybe I don't see that person very often, like once every few months or something, to being like, like we're really close friends that I speak to on a regular basis, that I really care about and love as friends, males, not females, I have to say, because obviously I'm attracted to guys, not women, romantically. So, the guys, I can have some feelings for them. And it is hard because they're different degrees, because obviously, if one of my romantic friends is more compatible in some ways than other romantic friends, friends, they're not romantic towards me, but I feel romance towards them. If say there's more compatibilities with one person in terms of getting on or potential relationship, that does make it a little bit more difficult, because it's like, but Sandra, there's this and this which you go well together on. But then you have to just come back to the reality of the situation. It's like, but yeah, intimate needs, I just couldn't do that with friends who I'm not aesthetically attracted to. Do you see what I mean? There's only one friend that I'm actually aesthetically attracted to, and that's because he's not British, but we can only ever just be friends. Like, he likes guys, and me and him are not suitable. He's one of my best friends, but we're not suitable for a relationship. He's very different to me. He's aromantic, not romantic person, and I need a good guy for me who adores me, and he doesn't like me in that way. He just likes me, respects me, and cares about me as a friend. So do you know what I mean? So yeah. So I haven't met the foreign guy potential boyfriend yet. Hasn't happened. Potential life partner, really, because I don't just want a boyfriend. I can't be bothered with that. And I don't know if it'll ever happen, but I still have hope that it will. I think if I just keep helping people over a long period of time, maybe years later, this guy might show up in my life. Maybe not. But overall, I'm really happy with the way my life is. I really love my life. It's really good for me. I'm the happiest I've ever been as a single person, and by being single, I don't have to feel guilt about liking several of my friends in a bit of a romantic way, which I know that if I was in a relationship at the moment, I would still feel a bit guilty about that, even if it's not really something I want to do. Do you know what I mean? I kind of feel a bit bad about that. But I think if I had the right person with me and they just understood my personality and how I was, and the fact that I'm not going to go off with anyone, or the fact that I'm very dedicated to the guy I'll actually be in a relationship with, despite being like that, I think he'd be okay with that, because I think he'd be really kind, caring and understanding about that, and he'd just love me anyway, and it wouldn't really matter to him because he can. So sorry, it's a bit of lag sometimes on this video tonight. So yeah, so I just wanted to give you some positives about being a hyper romantic, because I talk about the struggles a lot, but there are quite a lot of positives, particularly on the rejection and unreciprocation of feeling side, because it's like, you know, in my last few years, I must have felt romance for quite a lot of, especially foreign guys, and I've kind of got used to that now, and I'm just like, I don't even really go there anymore. I don't really get emotionally involved too much with foreign guys that live abroad anymore, because there's no point. They're not going to come over here. They just lie and want a visa most of the time. They haven't got the money. The thing is, I'm attracted to younger foreign guys. Really, I would be better with a either a guy who's older than my age range I would usually go for, so older than early to mid 20s, like late 20s, early 30s, or a guy maybe a little bit older in birth certificate age than me. If he looked young, if he didn't, I couldn't really be with him, because he's got like the more maturity, like he wants to settle down in a proper relationship, even though I don't want to live together with him, and who's got the finances to come and either move to the UK or you know, support himself, you know, and someone who's really knows what he wants and doesn't mess me around. You know, the problem with liking younger guys, as much as I adore them, is they're not consistent. You know, they don't know what they want. They don't know, a lot of them don't even know if they want marriage or not. Some of them don't even know if they want kids or not in the future, even though they're asexual. You know, and they don't value me enough. Like, I feel really valued by my asexual friends. You know, I know that they love spending time with me. I know they'll go out of their way to see me. I know they look forward to seeing me. They want me in their life. But a lot of the foreign guys that I like, they're not like that, you know. It's they don't realise that I'm a good quality person to be around, for example. Like, I can see that my guy friends, particularly a couple of them that I'm really close to, they are really good quality guys. You know, they will make someone a fantastic partner in a relationship because they are dedicated to a relationship, they're hard working in a relationship, they'll make it work. Well, I think they will. But they stand out as being guys that, you know, they're not after tons of people. Even if they get attracted to lots of different people at one time or another, they're not actually out to get loads of people. They're out for a genuine relationship. They want to make it work. They want a decent relationship. And that's the type of guy I need, but in a foreign version type of guy. Do you know what I mean? And living in the UK, you know, it's just hard when you like foreign guys, because, you know, asexual guys, it's kind of like really difficult to get one of those ones that actually wants a relationship, you know. There's no point in being attracted to anyone that isn't bothered, because that's not going to get you anywhere apart from heartache and heartbreak, because unless they're as dedicated to you as you are to them, you can forget it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, so I think there's some benefits of being a hyper romantic. You know, like, to go through to recap before I end this video, you know, the benefits are that you get used to being, not having your feelings reciprocated. You get used to rejection as well, because it goes with the territory, really. You're able to see the benefits of your being in a relationship, hypothetically, with one of your friends, the good qualities about them, so you're able to genuinely give them good feedback about how they are as a person in terms of a potential relationship with someone who obviously isn't not going to be me, but it's going to be a potential relationship with them in the future, another person. Obviously, you know, obviously not everyone's the same as me though, so although I might think they've got good potential for a relationship, unless they get a person who thinks a similar way to me, I guess it's still going to be harder, because what I like about a person is not necessarily what someone else will like, you know, because I live very unconventionally, don't I? It's like, I don't, for example, me and my friend were talking about money, like lots of women like guys earning a lot of money, and it's true in general, the big heterosexual world out there in particular, a lot of women really, really want a guy who's going to have a lot of money coming in regularly. And as you know, in the asexual community, there's quite a lot of people who don't work. There's quite a lot of people with mental ill health that they just don't work. So I think in the asexual community, you've got more chance of finding someone who's not that bothered about money, like out in the North heteronormy. You know, I just think that, you know, it's just incredible to be able to have that insight that not a lot of other people have. You know, to be able to have that insight into, you know, what it'd be like to be with them, and to be able to give them feedback about the stuff that I like about them, that, you know, think you can't get a friend, don't think you can't get a relationship just because you are the way you are. You know, I'm not really bothered if someone earns their own money a lot unless they live with me. Then that's different, because I kind of rely on their income like they rely on mine. But I'm happy to live separately. But I'm very different to a lot of the romantic relation. Like, even though I'm a hyper romantic, I don't want to live with someone, which again is very strange. But I'm a unique character, so I don't need someone to be earning a shed load of money if I'm living separately from them. Why do I need that? That's up to them to look after themselves, pay for them. So long as they don't come around mine and expect me to give them money, or expect me to pay for their food and stuff, because I wouldn't do that. It's like, you buy your own food, you bring it to mine, you cook it, that's fine. But I'm not having my food budget, you know, mixed with their food budget. It's like, I don't want that. I don't want household bills and chores and any bills mixed up. You know, you pay for your stuff, I'll pay for mine. It's fine. Do you know what I mean? It's like, you know, it doesn't mean to say I love them any less or anything. It just means to say that I like sorting my own stuff out and looking after myself, you know. And there's no resentment or, you know, faffing around with, oh, I've paid for this so you can pay for the next thing. It's just like, you know, obviously if you want to pay for something for each other, like you're out and you want to buy the other person a drink once in a while, that's a bit different. But, you know. So yeah, anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this video, found it useful, helpful, insightful, and you now know some of the benefits of being a hyper-romantic. There are some. I hope you've loved the video as much as I've loved talking about it. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to hit the great big subscribe button down below if you haven't already subscribed to this channel to get notified of every time I go live like now or post a new video. And don't forget, underneath the subscribe button is a great big bell icon, so you can also get notified immediately when I go live. I think I might have repeated myself a bit on this tonight, but yeah, so hit the thumbs up button, subscribe, hit the bell button basically, and I will look forward to seeing you on the next video. And lots of love, take care, and you are beautiful. And also, there's one final benefit of being a hyper-romantic. It means that I can give love out to a lot of people that may be in need of it and might not feel it very often. So that is another good thing. Anyway, lots of love, take care, bye!